Well, we made it, everybody. It is finally the end of the year, and I must say, it has been a terrific year for me on YouTube. It's been a terrific year for me in general. Done a lot of things I never thought I would do this year. Got married, swam with fish in the ocean, visited a different country, and I started a YouTube channel at the end of last year, and here we are today. 2,100 subs in a year. Fantastic. YouTube is a nice outlet when you want to be creative. I mean, I love it. I love making videos for you guys. I love responding to your guys' comments. It's just everything I thought it would be. For the OG viewers of this channel, you might remember my new cat. We ended up naming her Bella. She turned out marvelously. Unfortunately, she might be a little camera shy, but she turned out good. She gets along with my other cat, Ferguson, terrific. And I mean, it's just been a good year. With that being said, last video of the year, let's end it with a story time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So like most of my great stories, this story took place back when I was around 21. Now I have a big family. I've always been a family-oriented person. I love my family. I barely had any friends. The only people I hung out with were family. I have a bunch of cousins. We all come from different walks of life. But during little family events, we would all get together, hang out, and just be the best of friends. I love my family. They're pretty much perfect to me. So there's this one cousin. I'm not gonna give any names because I know family watches this video. If you are a family member that's watching this video, you probably already know who this person is. My cousin, love him to death. Only thing is, at this point in time, I had never hung out with him outside of family events. Anytime I would see him, it would be at a family member's house. Anytime we're at a family member's house, my cousin is the most goofiest, clownish guy you'll ever meet. He is the real life of the party. He makes you laugh. That's his main goal. He makes you laugh a lot. My cousin is the nicest of guys around family. So one day after a little family event, he says, "Hey cousin, why don't you come to the club with me and my friends?" So me never have hung out with him outside of, family events. I was like, why not? I'm sure your friends are just like you. I was wrong. I didn't even know how he was, let alone his friends. The next night, we get all dressed up. I meet up with him at this club. I'm dancing with people, they're dancing with people, a normal club scene. And a couple things happened this night that are memorable. First thing that happened that was memorable, it was really funny to me. I'm sitting at the bar. Before I start dancing with anybody, I'm sitting at the bar. I buy a drink. To my left, I see this really small, skinny guy. This really tall, big girl comes and starts dancing with him. Now he's about half her size in height and weight. She is grinding on him against the bar. The look on his face was like, "Help me, please." He looks at me. I say, I turn this way and just keep drinking my drink because I ain't got nothing to do with that, bruh. He's over here getting grinded in the dust against the bar. He and my cousin and his two friends are sitting there watching him, and we're just shaking our head. We're just sitting there like, oh man. Whew, that's a lot. That's tough. So this guy comes up with a genius escape plan. As she tries to reposition herself on him, he pulls the smoothest slide and duck away from her under the bar. She turns around and he's gone. He done disappeared into the crowd. He's gone. So me sitting there, being the tallest and biggest out of all my cousin and his two friends, and me being in the closest vicinity to this girl who is now has nobody to dance with, 2 and 2 didn't click to me. What I should have did was disappear into the crowd with him, but I stayed there. I look left, I look right, she's right in front of me. She starts grinding me into the bar. I'm not much of a dancer. I'm a big guy, I don't like dancing. So when she jumped on me, there was nothing I could do. I'm stuck. I can't duck under the bar and disappear like he did because I'm not small. I'm just sitting there trying to keep my drink from spilling. My cousin and his two friends form a circle around her and start dancing with her too. So now it looks like all four of us are just circle dancing around this girl. She's loving it. I took that genius opportunity to disappear. I mean, I must have did the quickest little slide into the crowd. I turn around, she's dancing with my cousin. He's not that tall and he is skinny. Somehow he ends up on the floor and she's on top of him, killing him. The security ends up showing up and pulls her off of him and pulls him off the floor and basically saves his life. I don't know why, but that was the funniest thing I've ever seen at any club I've ever been to. So the night goes on. I'm in the middle of the dance floor, enjoying myself, got a little drink, barely dancing, but just hanging around. One of my cousin's friends walks up to me and says, "Here, hold this." And he hands me a phone. So I'm like, all right, put it in my pocket, not thinking anything of it. Then, like 5 minutes later, the other friend comes to me and says, "Here, hold this." It's another phone. So I put it in my pocket. I'm like, y'all don't have pockets? Why is my pockets loaded up with both of your phones? I try not to think of it. Then they do it one more time. And at this point, I realize something is not right. Because why do you have two phones? But it still hasn't dawned on me what was happening. So at this point, I'm starting to look around. I'm looking at everything. I'm watching every move. And I see a phone fall out of someone's pocket. It gets kicked across the floor. One of the friends picks it up and he comes and puts it in my pocket. So at this point, I know that my pockets are loaded with stolen phones. Stolen phones I didn't even know were stolen that I didn't agree to. So inside of my pocket, I'm trying to turn off every single phone because I'm not going to pull them out and snitch on everybody and get us all in trouble. Oh man, I knew I had got myself into something that I wasn't supposed to be into, but it was too late. I was there. I ain't no snitch. But I felt bad. I kind of felt bad. But I brushed it off. Continued the night. Towards the end of the night, this is where everything changed. My cousin the whole night had been his normal goofy self, fun, just having a blast. Towards the end of the night, I'm in the back of the club. I look towards the front of the club where I can see my cousin and one of his friends. They are staring someone down real hard. And I'm looking and I'm like, I can't see who they're looking at, but I could tell something isn't right. They're in front of the club. There's a big crowd in between me and them. They walk up towards the person they're looking at. Boom, one of them hits them. When this guy gets hit, the whole club starts to panic. Everybody starts running towards the exit. I'm in the back of the club. There's a whole crowd of people in front of me and them. I'm trying to get to them to see what's going on. But they are so far away from me that they end up outside the club. I'm one of the last people to get out the club. On my way out, I turn around and I see one of the friends, the smallest of the friends, staying behind. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm out. I go outside. There is a huge 30-man fight in front of the club. My cousin and his friends started it. Everybody's fighting. I'm looking around, I don't know what's going on. All I know is there's everybody fighting. Then I hear the police come. So I'm not going to jail tonight. So I head towards the car. I turn around. The one friend that stayed in the club comes out of the club with his shirt off. I'm looking and he runs right next to me. I'm looking and I'm like, what the hell happened to you? He said he got in a fight with the security in the club and he had to stay to see it through. I'm like, you were fighting the security in the club by yourself? You're the littlest person in the group. What happened to your shirt? He don't even know. He just hyped. We walking towards my car. Next thing I know, some guy says something to him. He knocks him out. I'm like, oh no. At this point, I knew I messed up. I should not be here with these dudes because they hype as hell. This isn't my type of crowd. So he is fighting anybody who had anything to say, and he's the smallest one in the group. So I start walking faster to the car. I'm not trying to be a part of none of this, and I'm not going to jail for nobody. I jump in my car, start the car. All 3 doors open, and my cousin and his 2 friends jump in the car. All they say is, go. So what did I do? I left. Their car is in the garage, so we make a U-turn around the block. Cops are just arresting everybody in front of the club. I'm looking, still confused as to what happened because nobody's filled me in on nothing. And so I head to the parking garage where their car is. We get to the parking garage. It's the same people that they got in a fight with. So what do? They hop out and start fighting again. I'm like, I'm out. Peace. I leave. I ain't part of this. I don't even know who these people are. You ain't getting me arrested fighting some people I don't even know. So we meet up later that night. And he turns right back into that fun-loving, goofy, careless attitude guy that I know. As I'm sitting there looking at him acting like none of the stuff that happened tonight happened, I realized this guy might suffer from multiple personalities. This is not the guy who just got in a 30-man fight outside the club. You are acting like nothing just happened at all. He acting like we was just at one of the family functions and everything's cool. I'm sitting here looking him in the face like,
It's acting totally different.
something wrong with you.
You acting up.
In my head, that's all I'm thinking. Something ain't right about you, man. You ain't like other people, huh? And I'm sitting there trying to find the other person that he was at the club. Just studying his face. You definitely ain't like other people. What's wrong with you? Night goes on. I go home. And from that point, I knew never, ever to hang out with him in public again. So from then on, the only time we hung out was at family functions. Because this man is crazy. Here is another one of these crazy events that happened right after high school that I should have never been part of. Now, I know this story wasn't that funny, but it was real life. It really happened. And that's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the story time. I mean, not all stories are gonna be super comedy stories. Might be funny to some of you guys. It wasn't funny when it happened, but now that I look back on it, it was a funny moment in my life. So, with this being the last video of the year, I thought it would be cool for you guys to comment below what your New Year's resolution is. What are you hoping to accomplish in 2018? Me, I already know what I'm doing. I am going to try to double the amount of subs I got this year. I'm going to continue to improve on YouTube and put out new content, and I'm going to enjoy life. I just want to be happy in 2018. That's my resolution. Don't stress over little things. Just be happy. Be as happy as you can, because life is short and you can't be worried about things that you can't control. That was a quote from The Big Lebowski, one of my favorite characters. I strive to be like the dude someday. With that being said, I hope all of you had a Merry Christmas. I hope all of you have a great New Year coming up. Make sure you leave that comment below of what your New Year's resolution is. I love to read it and reply to you about what I think about it. And if you have any questions or comments about me, my channel, or anything involving me, don't be scared to start a conversation below, because I will reply to everybody who leaves a comment below. Thanks for making 2017 one of the best years of my life. I hope to see all your smiling faces in 2018. Let's believe 2018 there is more to come, and we are just getting started. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if this is your first time here. I'm New Two Times. I will catch you on the next one. Have a happy New Year. You guys are the best. Peace.